my darlings. How is everyone? So I had a couple of people falling off on the live. I see we've got another Scottish lassie in the chat. Go Becky. But we've got another one. We've got another Scottish lassie here. So where are you? There, Janet Love. Good to have you here. So guys, I had meant to put the chat up on the screen so you guys could see it. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm back. My hair is ridiculously long. I need a haircut. Angus is upstairs. Had to put some cover up on his neck today at his request. If you know, you know. The Demon Dictator is in the house. How do you do, Demon Dictator? Good to see you. Haley's here. And of course, Zeph, my number one mod. I want to honor all my mods while we're here. Where are my media assets? Let's do this. Thank you, mods, for being here. You guys are fantastic. So this is what we're going to do, guys. And I think this may be our format moving forward. We may be doing lives like 3 days a week. So members that I have in the chat, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently for you guys. I know I've been off for almost a whole month. It's been crazy. What we're going to do is this is our live reading room. So I'm going to be doing readings for you guys, popular culture readings. Super chats and super stickers are strongly encouraged. But then I have opened up instant readings on Calendly immediately after. So I've got time open until 8:45 my time. And I have 2 special readings for you guys. If you want to take it offline, I've got a 15-minute reading and I've got a 30-minute reading for you guys. They are not going to be available all the time. Have no fear. I have a 1-hour reading that you can always still book. And I also have text message readings, WhatsApp readings that are available like 24 hours a day. They're available all the time. So you can go over to my landing page. Thank you very much, Zeph, right on time. Drop in that link for the landing page. That's where you can book all of these readings with me. So if any of you want to take it offline, we can do 15-minute or 30-minute reading tonight, or you can even book an hour session a little bit later on. So you can jump on that. We've got some goodies coming up for you. So it is good to be back, Haley. So there we go. We've got our 15-minute instant reading. Those are going to be available tonight through, I think, 8:45 my time. So, but I think we're going to be doing these 3 times a week for you guys. I think we're going to be jamming on. So that being said, and Barney's in the house. Barney's over there keeping things cool on the vert. Barney, I like you over on the vert. I like that. It's a good place for you. We also have 30-minute instant readings. That is for tonight only, people. But let's get into it. We are going to kick it off. I don't even know what to kick it off with. We've got Harry and Meghan doing all kinds of stuff. I got a little beef right now, guys. I got a little beef. There's a channel out there called Think Beautiful. I love Think Beautiful. I think it's a great channel. She talks all things Meghan Markle, all things Harry. She talks about a lot of cool stuff. Think Beautiful. Think Beautiful was talking about a Meghan Markle post that she did. And it was her horoscope for Leo. And she is great, but she had a whole lot of things to say about astrology, and she was really taking the piss. So I didn't unsubscribe or anything like that. I did like the video, but Meghan Markle purports to be a Leo, and I do believe that she is a Leo, but I don't think that she is truthful about the year that she was born. I think she's keeping it to the day, but I think the year is different. And so that poses a very interesting dilemma for astrologers and not psychics necessarily, but astrologers. You know, if you misrepresent yourself to a psychic, they can sometimes see through that, and they can sometimes figure out what your deal is. But with an astrologer, astrology, it's very, very important to know the time, the date, the place, like all of that changes what you're like. And I will do a video in the future about how that changes, because we'll look at a few different things for Meghan Markle, specifically on her astrology. I'm doing so much studying, guys, and like I have so much stuff going on. But Meghan Markle posted up this Leo horoscope from like Sweet Sisters. It was one of the astrology sites out there. But she had posted that up, and I want to do a reading on that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to do a reading on whether Meghan Markle is following the wrong astrology. Demon Dictator, I actually owe you a call. We should get coordinated on that. You know, it's wild because we went from Aries to Taurus, which is like thunk, like we're landing on hard ground. And now we're going from Taurus into Gemini. Thank you, Wardrop. Oh, Morag Wardrop. That's a great name. 1. So we'll look, that's for whether Meghan Markle's using an incorrect astrology year to chart her path with her professionals. So, you know, technically, us spiritualists, we're not supposed to discuss anything outside. Oh, Cindy, I'm so glad you're here. Cindy, are you doing your live, or are you going to do that in a couple of days? Let me know, because I'll give you a little pump here. But anyway, all right. So this is what we're going to do. Let's look at, I'm going to bring up the card view. If you haven't liked the video, like the video. If you're on the vert, double tap the screen, double tap it, and it will generate a like for you. So, all right, let's see what Madame Ruby sees. Let's see what Scamabelle sees. Oh my God, Scamabelle arrived. She's here. Anna Miller. Scamabelle Miller. I know you guys love it. So, all right, I'm going to be using, I've got the Mystical Medleys. I've got regular classic Rider Waite. I also have my Radiant Rider Waite. It's the deck I tell all my students to get. And I've got the Llewellyn Classic Tarot. Such a pretty deck. So, all right, Meghan Markle, is she giving her astrologers, spiritualists, etc. the wrong year of birth? The wrong year of birth. Absolutely. She's fudging that number. She's fudging that number. So is she getting incorrect advice? No. You know why, guys? Do you know why? You want to know why? Because she's doing it herself. So I'm a budding astrologer here. I'm learning astrology. Scamabelle is your best friend, Becky. She's 007's best friend. You're 007. So I think she's doing the astrology herself. I think I've long said I think that Meghan Markle is one of us. I do think that she plays around with the cards and spiritual stuff. I think she does that. And I think what she's doing is kind of doing her own analysis. She probably had somebody generate her chart. Yeah, you can do them for free online. And she's kind of breaking it down. I don't think that she's advising herself very well. She does need someone to help. Is Doria helping out with that? Absolutely not. It's not Doria's thing. Doria does not have that in her. She does not have it in there. You know what? So Zev, I think I think that she is, I think she's a poser at like everything that she does. I think Meghan Markle tries to be a spiritual person. She tries to be a CEO. She tries to be a very great parent. She tries to do all those things, and I think that she can't. With her trying to partner up with some of those darker things in Hollywood, I think she was rejected. Let's do this. This is really fun. I'm going to bring out another deck. This is really fun. So this is Gypsy Witch playing cards. Had these for a long time. Gypsy Witch playing cards. Really super fun. But let's do this. Let's do this. Guys, look at how comfortable I've gotten, like hardly wearing any makeup. I mean, I still have makeup on, but this is my no makeup look. So Meghan Markle and those darker reaches of the universe. Was she rejected from the club? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So, Jack of Spades, honor, recognition, crossroads. She was in a position where she had the honor, the recognition. Don't forget, they've got trips that were sponsored by that Greek guy. Under the surface, they wanted that engagement. What is our suitcase position? Anchor, successful, digging in. Mercury and Leo, how are you, darling? And the Tower. Tower up top. Tried to elevate her. What was the outcome? We got the Lady. We got to clarify it. Key. She was looking for a little bit more with the Sun. She was looking for a little bit more. Is she in the club? Guys, she's in the club. I didn't think she was. I thought she was rejected from the club. I think she's in the club. Now I think she's in the club. And if you know, you know. So what does that tell us? These are so much fun. These little cards. These little cards are so much fun. So what's next? What's next? Clouds. Anchor. Guys, sometimes we talk about those sacrifices. Sometimes people got to sacrifice to get to where they're going, to get to the good place where they're going. And guys, sacrifice is gonna involve money. So this is absolutely, she's climbing up that greasy pole. God bless our Lady Colin Campbell, climbing up that greasy pole. So sacrifices, I said it here first, sacrifices. I'm going to say it one more time, sacrifices, guys. Little witchy one. I hit my mic and knocked it off. Sorry about that. Zeph, that reading tells me that they are maybe welcoming her with open arms. All right. So I got a donation from one of my favorites, Haley. Thank you. So we're going to use the mystical medleys on this one. So Haley says, we know King Charles stopped his treatment to go to the U.S. When he comes back, how will this affect his health? Let's see. See what's going on. King Charles. King Charles. Seven of Swords. I think he's not going to want to go back to treatment. There's a sense of, why should I sacrifice a few days every 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever? Why should I sacrifice a few days when I did just fine? I don't think that this is a flip decision on his part. I don't think that he's being dismissive of his condition. I do think that he is tired of that downtime, tired of what is the aftermath of it. And I will say this, I think that Camilla is trying to steer him in the direction of continuing the treatments more robustly than he currently is, meaning in this moment, not in the last 6 months or so. I think she is encouraging him to go back to them. They're gonna throw him a little monkey wrench too, because I think they're going to find something on the next set of scans. You know, anyone who's ever had a family member or friend who's been afflicted by cancer, there's scan after scan after scan. They have to keep scanning you during your treatment, after your treatment. And I think they're going to find a nodule. I think they're going to find something. And what it feels like is, it almost looks like a polyp to me, what I'm seeing. And I can't decide where it is, because it feels like it's at the bottom of the rib cage, but not in the lungs. Wife of a Grumpy Marine. I had a feeling you were going to show up in a minute. I'm so psychic. I did have a feeling. Yes, happy anniversary to William and Catherine. We'll do a little reading on them too. We'll do a little something for them. So I think when he goes back and they do a scan, I think they're going to see that there's a nodule there, in this, like, you know, almost like his solar plexus region. I think they're going to find something, and that's going to change the application of treatment for him. I think we're going to see that, and I think he'll be very resistant to that. Well, why bother? You know, like, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go and do that. So hi, Penny. Psychic score indeed. Yes, we're speaking about the king. Yeah, I think they're going to find on the next scan another nodule. And is it attributed to the cessation of treatment? I don't think so. I think this is just the way that it goes. Just the way that it goes. So sorry about that, guys. You know, before we go any further, I do want to do a little celebration. We have to sing happy birthday. So Trevor Cat and his sister Gigi turned 1 year old. It's terrible that he always, hi, Margie. He has top billing, but he gets top billing. He is my little house buddy. He was sleeping in the bedroom last night. I put a blanket in the window seat for him. He was very happy yesterday. He was in there with Raven. He kept peeking out, looking at Raven, waiting for her to get mad. But Trevor Cat and his sister Gigi have turned 1 year old. They remain the happiest cats ever in our house. It's so funny. Like, they are so much more affectionate than our regular domesticated cats, which is funny. But so let's do a quick reading on And Haley, thank you very much for your generous contribution. I'm so out of practice, guys. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's do a reading on William and Catherine real quick. The Prince and Princess of Wales. I know I actually thought their birthday was the 17th. I don't know why I thought that. But my son was so funny. He was like, wow, it was a year since I had that party, because he had a party the day after the kittens were born. All right, so Catherine and William, what is the rest of their year going to be like? Let's see, kids. Let's see. Oh boy, there they are, right? You know what is so wild? This is so wild for me. Is that Harry and Meghan are now doing the job that they did not want. They're now doing the job that they did not want. And everybody has to wrap their head around them being royal, according to Harry. And they continue to irritate Catherine and William. They continue to disappoint them robustly on their conduct. And they also are very unhappy with them because it's like divorcing a spouse, but the spouse is still coming home every night and complaining about all of the same things. I have that situation right now. With my baby daddy. It is nearly impossible for the Wales to divorce the Sussexes. It's nearly impossible for them to do it. The Sussexes are not going to let it happen. So as much as they try to do the right thing, it's just not going to work. So what should they do? They've just got to keep calm and carry on. You know what I just read about Meghan and Harry and the sacrifices that may need to take place. The Wales too. They just need to keep calm and carry on. And the sacrifices that they make are to their peace of mind right now. And I very strongly, I get that William is increasingly upset about the pressure that is put on his wife. And oddly enough, I'm getting very clearly that the fascinator attempt on President Trump, William was more upset about the look on Melania's face. And I don't know, if this is common knowledge, but there's a scene when they're leaving. I shouldn't say a scene. There was evidence when they were leaving that Trump dropped down to the ground, and everyone said, "Oh, he fell because he's old and infirm and he's terrible." But he in fact was bending down to help Melania up, and Melania wasn't getting off the floor because they had said, everybody get down, and she was crawling out of that the ballroom, and he had reached down to get her. That's why you see him go down kind of twice. And William was very upset by that. He was very upset by how upset Melania was, and he applies that to his bride. And he does not want her to be under duress, under fire at any time. So, I think it's interesting that William kind of focused on those kinds of circumstances as they would be applied to him and his wife as king and queen, or as prince and princess of Wales, rather than how that particular scenario posed a clear and present danger to his father, who was about to fly over to this wild and wacky country called America. So I said that for you, Becky. America. And I saw Becky, Sean's still feeling bad. He needs antibiotics. Maybe he might be a little lovesick. our Shawnee lovesick. So, William is struggling to maintain his composure while these two bozos still act like bozos. But he has to keep looking to the future. And that's my advice to them is keep looking to the future and, see the end result. I've said this before. One of my friends, his dad was a long distance tractor trailer driver. And he said when driving cross country, when you're in the flats or the desert here in the United States, look to the horizon. Look where you're going, because that will kind of anchor you in that direction. You won't, get the highway hypnosis from things going by. And I thought it was very good advice. And I think William should do the same thing. I think William should look to the future, look to those moments where he has more agency to strip them of their titles, because I do think that William absolutely has that in his mind. So, guys, I am only going to be here until the 50 mark. So we got half hour. We got a half hour now, right? Half hour? I don't know. I can't see what time it is. I need glasses all over, guys. I can't see a damn thing. So lay it on me, fellas. What do we want to read on next? Throw some things out there. I do have the chat slowed down right now, guys. I did put a little bit of a slower chat. That was a great picture of them. The picture of the king and queen with Donald Trump and the first lady was absolutely lovely too. That was a great historic picture that we had there. Really, really lovely. Even better, I don't know if you guys saw the picture of Trump in the Oval Office looking at the phone with everybody else kind of looking over his shoulder, looking at the events that had unfolded on Saturday. Do we want to look at the events that have unfolded on Saturday? Do we want to look at anything else, guys? Going once, going twice? Drop the questions. You guys drive the content here. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I need a haircut. Guys. My hair is getting long. Yes. What are you going to ask me, Cindy? What question? Give me a question, Cindy. I saw your lemon blueberry bread, which looked spectacular and delicious. I have to get my sourdough starter going. I keep dropping the ball on it. All right, drop me a question, guys. Somebody help out. Events on Saturday. All right, what do you want to know, Cindy? Honestly, I really have watched very little news on it. Very little news. So this will be fresh out of the pot. So what do we want to know? And don't forget, if you want to take it over to a private, go book either the 15-minute or the half-hour readings. I have them available for tonight only. Tonight only. They are going to be my instant reading live events. Scheduling through Hipsy. Oh. Good morning, Grace. Thank you, Haley, again. All right, Sylvia's daughter, I got you. All right, remember, guys, super chats and super stickers keep this channel going. I don't even want to tell you what my revenue is for the month because I haven't done any content. Help this psychic out. I went from the hardest psychic on the internet, hardest working psychic on the internet, to the laziest psychic, but my house is really clean and I did fix a lamp and I've been attending to all my kids' drama. So what does the U.S. I got you, Cindy. I see it. What did the U.S. think of King Charles coming to America? So, America, what's a consensus of? We'll look at this two different ways. Yes, King Charles' speech was great. Oh my God, it was great. He was funny. So we're going to look at what the general population consensus is, most popular opinion. And then we'll look at the government, what the government thought of it. So I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand the special relationship between England and the United States. I think they just don't understand why, if the king is not a political person and he has no power, what was the point of the trip? Now, we all know the point of the trip was to kind of correct the relationship due to the string of prime ministers who have not necessarily gotten along with the United States administrators, let's put it that way. So I think the bulk of people in the United States on the eve of the 250th anniversary of our independence are like, what was the whole point of this? Like, why do we have to do this? Like, what was it? What did the government think of the visit of the king to the United States? Mission accomplished? Perfect. Excellent. Fantastic. The relationship has been corrected between the two nations, the most powerful nations in the West. We're not talking about the East where we've got China and Russia, but the most powerful people in the West have recommitted. So we could call this like a commitments ceremony. This commitment ceremony. So we had a nice commitment ceremony with them. So I think the government is more. I think the U.S. government is much more warmer with the U.K. We know that the royal family will endure. Let's say a couple of questions on that. So did Donald Trump offer his support? He's a royalist. Did he offer his support to help the royal family endure? Not overt. It was not overt support. But what it was we will help out as needed. We really have no gas over there, is basically what he said. So that's what Trump said to the king. Did they discuss Harry? Sylvia's daughter has a question there. Did they discuss Harry? Did they discuss Harry? I got one. Yes. Actually, I'm not going to take that. Did they discuss Harry? Did they discuss Harry? Let's start fresh, guys. Did they discuss Harry? Was Harry a topic on the table? Was he on the table? Yes. So what did Trump say about Harry? Don't worry about it. We're going to keep him safe while he's here. What did the king say? Thank you for your generosity. I am worried that he is starting a ruckus around himself. So, yes, they did say that. Did Trump say he would send him home as needed? No, he did not. He did not say that. No, he's going to let Harry do his own thing. So, there we go. There we go. All right. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Okay. So, Haley. Why is this so short? Why is this doing that? Hang on. All right. Sorry, guys, but my screen just got really wonky. I'm trying to get it back open. There we go. That's better. Okay, sorry. So Sylvia's daughter, good to see you. Why was JD Vance, the first one taken out of the room? This is going back to the Saturday night happening. Pow, pow, pow. Let me go back to my live comments. So I hate to say it, but I think that particular Secret Service person is just partial to JD Vance. I don't think that there was any kind of hierarchy. I think that was his assigned agent, and I think his agent just happened to move really quickly. I don't think there's anything to this other than they just kind of zipped him out of there right away. All right. So don't forget, guys, if you want to take this over to privates, I have short sessions that are open this night. Not aware. Don't know what you mean. Are you talking to me, Sylvia's daughter? Oh, yeah. So, all right. The Secret Service. So I actually have a friend that retired from the Secret Service, but he served under a number of different presidents to lower people, lower ranking individuals. But what they do is like you have like a primary agent or you have like a bunch of primary agents that are just serving you. So that means in an active bang, 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 bang situation, what happens is they go directly to their person. It's one of the things I had to learn as a law enforcement wife. It was a shocking thing. My husband told me in the event, like we were at the mall with the kids, Christmas shopping or something, if there is an active bang, bang, bang situation, he explained to me, you have to be the survival person because I have to go serve and protect the rest of the people there. You know, you three become one of the crowd of people that I have to protect. And so it wasn't, it wouldn't be directed. Hang on, Grace. I got you. Hang on. All right, let me get back.
What did I do?
What do you mean? What'd you do?
You're talking about your husband.
Oh, the active bang, the bang, bang, bang. When we go to the mall, like when you were active, you had to go serve and protect everyone. We just became part of the crowd. You couldn't like stand there and just protect us three.
No.
Oh, he's going to correct it.
Not 100%.
It's not 100%. But you're supposed to go help the public.
Well, when one is on an airplane, one must put the oxygen mask on themselves first.
Okay. This is short live. I don't have time for a long.
Sorry. Am I taking too long?
So what did Camilla think of it all? What did Camilla think of going to the U.S.? What did Camilla think of all the American stuff? Let's see what it is. I don't think she liked the food, even though that menu was amazing. The Sidley twins kind of ran down, or I think it was just Nancy Sidley, ran down the whole menu of the gala event. I don't think Camilla liked the food. I don't think she liked the fare that was going on. And I think she just wanted to go back home. She had some concerns. This is, antsy. This is an antsy lady. Like, come on, let's get going. Let's get back to where we belong. Let's get back to where we don't belong here. This country is on fire. We did have, a situation a couple of days before. I can't believe it. It seems legit that she would be upset. All right, guys, I'm just checking my schedule because it was pinging over here. I'm getting meetings set up. So guys, get in there. Like I said, I have limited meetings for tonight. So if you want to get in there, some spaces have been taken. Oh boy, my screen went blank and it's raining. Here we go. There we go. I'm back in business. So let me get back to these questions. Melissa. Good question. Thank you for your super chat. Let me do some applause for everyone who's given me some super chats. I am very, very grateful. Thank you all. Very, very good stuff here. It is good to be back. I'm gonna get better at this. My coordination is just totally off. So do I think that the info about Harry's visa substance use will ever come out? Let's see. So it's not necessarily me. And what we're going to look at is we're going to see if the conditions right now favor disclosure or concealment, because that's really what's going to matter. We'll see if the king and Donald Trump talked about this at all. So, conditions about Harry's visa medication regimen. Concealment or disclosure? Oh, I got two cards, guys. I got to use both of them. Oh, boy. There's a lot of discussion about disclosure. So, some pros and cons on this. Pros for disclosure. Pros, so unfortunately, we got to break some eggs to make an omelet. But this shows that we are serious about our immigration processes. What are the cons? The cons are that we are unable to make concessions for other persons of note that may need to come into this country. So there may be, like, we may need to, I don't know, get Harry Styles here, whomever. I'm just trying to find a foreigner. Hugh Grant. We might need to get Hugh Grant here. Or better yet, I'll give us a better one. Daniel Craig. We might need to get is Daniel Craig? He's not American. He's English, right? We might need to get them over here. And this potentially opens up a whole can of worms. So Morag, Wardrop, I think they remain concealed, but I think there's a lot of push for disclosure. I think there are some people that are really pushing for disclosure. This is a very, very delicate situation, because if they make a big brouhaha about this, we never see another rock band in this country. We never see another actor in this country that comes from another place. And those are things that they take into consideration. Also, refugee status, like they really need to, what club? This club, Leah, the Devil Club. The Devil Club. She Devil. That club. So I guess, Leah, you're watching on the replay. Glad to have you on board. So, all right. So, did the king discuss Harry's visa and his medication regimen with Donald Trump? Yes. What did the king ask? That is wild. That's wild. You know why? This is why Annabelle says that's wild. And I'm changing the view on this. I can see everything a little bit better. This says, do what you got to do, Mr. Trump. Mr. President, do what you have to do. Ring the bell if you need us. He really does say, do what you have to do. There's a time of accountability for everybody. And I think that this was the king saying, if he has to be held accountable to his actions and the misrepresentation that my wayward son did, so be it. So, it's funny because individuals that fill out documentation like that don't really think in terms of, I'm misrepresenting. Harry's the kind of person who would be like, it's legal there. So what does it matter if I say yes or no? What does it matter if I say yes or no? It's legal there. So once I get there, I can do it. Like, Harry doesn't look around the corners for all the other answers. Oh, guys, we only have a few more minutes because I am open for instant readings in 10 minutes. Twisted Tiara, my dear, I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. We need to have a little chat. I want to make sure you're doing good, Twisted Tiara. Everybody say hello to Twisted Tiara. Harry is a clown. He is a clown. I've been off for like a month. I've been off my channel for like a month. It's crazy. So, I think that the king said, do what you got to do. Donald Trump said, your secret's safe with me. Don't you worry. We're not going to do anything. We'll just hold the line for now until what's going to happen. So how'd Harry feel about that? How'd Harry feel about them meeting? Harry tried to get in there. Nope. He was blocked at the door. Nobody was returning his calls. But you know what? I think Harry wanted to pass on a message, and I think he handed a message over to his father. We're happy. The crazy thing is that I think Harry said to his father, just take a quick trip over to California. Take a quick trip over to California and hang out. That's not how it works. He knows that's not how it works, but nonetheless. So, all right, guys, let me see. The gift of the bell. Let's talk about this. All right. So the gift of the bell, I think, was amazing and lovely. And, now I have to go down the rabbit hole and see like where that submarine has been and like what kind of things, because those kinds of things will carry the energy of the parent object. So I thought it was a really, really well thought out, lovely, lovely gesture on the part of the king. Really lovely. Haley's got another question. Oh, yeah, Mandelson too. All right, so hang on, Cindy. I'm coming to you. No one took the first spot, so I'm open for a little bit longer. I might even have time to grab a bowl of Greek yogurt. So, all right. What is going on with Starmer? Starmer's got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Yes, Haley, I did see your question. What is going on with Starmer? Starmer's got that trial going on with the was Katie what's her name? Katie Hopkins. I think she calls them the bum boys. I think that's what she says. I could be wrong. I love Katie Hopkins. I am starting my day with Katie Hopkins every day with Batshit Bonkers Britain. I think she's amazing. Everybody drop some love in the chat for my girl Twisted Tiara. I didn't disclose what was going on with her, but she's got a little medical thing going on. She put it in the chat. So everybody give her some love. She is a darling lady. Darling lady. All right. So Starmer, what's going on with him with this trial right now? Has general conditions around him. Oh, 4 of Wands. That seat is uncomfortable. I don't think he's staying in that spot. Is he going to vacate? Will he vacate? 7 of Cups. He's not going to do it yet. 2 of Swords. Is anybody else going to make him vacate? The Hierophant in reverse. The Chariot. I'm telling you, guys, they want this guy out of there. They just don't have a replacement yet. Did they find him a replacement? Did they find a replacement for Starmer? Death changes. They got the replacement and everybody's happy with them. Deep State is going to be happy with them. So it looks like it's coming. Can we get some timing on this? Let's get some timing. King of Pentacles. That's a winter card, guys. That's unfortunate because we got to wait a while for winter. Winter is Winter is a bit away. What's a sneak peek between now and then? Knight of Pentacles. We're going to see somebody else taking over a bit more power. How did Starmer feel about the king going to, everybody was saying that the king was going over to Donald Trump to repair the US-UK relationship. That special relationship. How did Starmer feel about them meeting? Oh, he was mad. He was mad. Yep, not very happy. Excess of emotion over it. Doesn't like that. Did the king and Donald Trump discuss Starmer? Did they discuss him? They did, and you know what? That's cute. They talked about the relationship between the king and queen. Let's say queen and other prime ministers. They talked about those relationships. So Trump did his homework on this. He actually did a lot of research about what was it? Was it 17? Hi, Denise. I think it was 17 prime ministers. Is that right? Queen Elizabeth had 17 prime ministers over the 70 years. And they talked about the relationship that she had with those prime ministers and how her conduct with them shifted according to the person that she was working with at the time. So it's very interesting. They talked about how that works, and I almost feel they were having like a quiet drink together. Certainly in the Oval Office. That was a conversation that happened in the Oval Office on those great little couches that they have in that very, very special room here in the United States. So I do think that they discussed Keir Starmer, but it wasn't in terms of like Keir Starmer, he's such a twerp. What a damp squib. It was more in terms of the strength of prior monarchs with their prime ministers. Hi, Nomalanga Veronica. It's nice to see you on the vertical. So we're almost wrapped up here for today, guys, but I think we're going to be back Friday. I've got another paid question from my girl, Cindy Dogwood. And if you're not subscribed to her, go. Oh, Grace, I've got your question. I'll throw one card on that. So Cindy is asking, did the Secret Service make any changes to how they prepare for these events after Butler? Guys, we've got issues with our Secret Service because, they literally were told about the guy crawling on the roof and they did nothing. They didn't do anything. Like that just, they've got some issues. Veronica, I'm actually shutting down this live. There is a link in the description of this video. I do have instant readings that are available privately after this, but I should be back on Friday. So I've got some instant readings in there. You can go jump on that link, and those are video readings if you like. So we do it by Zoom. So you get 15 minutes or a half hour of personal time with me. Always fun. So, you thought I was going live at 4:45. I might have told you 4:45. I'm sorry. It was 3:45. I'm sorry, honey. I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, TT, thank you. I do try and be fabulous as much as possible. Guys, I'm doing a lot of readings. I'm doing a lot of private readings while I'm not here on YouTube. So it's been a good week. It's been a good month, I should say. It's been a good month. So did the Secret Service make any changes to how they prepare? No, not really. So this is corrective action taken. Let's see how corrective that action was. So this is what I think they did. I think they did better training. If you guys want to stay, I don't have anything booked. Let me keep refreshing this. I don't have anything booked until after 5. It's 4:45 right now. So let me just see. Yeah, I could stick around a little bit longer. Let's see if somebody drops in before it was 5. I think it's 5:20. I've got something booked. So I think what they did was they made more training available, but the application of that training for the Secret Service was not put into place. So it's almost like you're going to use these new TPS report covers, but we're not, like if you hand in your report without the cover, it's no big deal. Like we'll still take the cover. So I think that's really what they did. Is this ongoing? Yes, it's ongoing. Is there a systemic problem that they're purposely not protecting the president? The whole department needs to be redone. Yeah, the training portion has been strangled by budget. Yeah, and you're buffering. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God, Denise. Holy shit. Hang on. We're gonna honor you in a second, Denise. There are issues. There are issues with personality. So it's not Zeph. I don't think it's DEI. I think the vetting, they are asking people like, do you support the president no matter what? And they're giving the right answer, but not the truthful answer. That is really Denise, I'll stay for you. I'm staying for you. The floor is yours, Denise. What questions do you have? What do you want to know? Are there moles in there? Yeah, they've got moles in there, guys, that are falsely representing like they are supporters of the president. That's what they're doing. People are being urged to get into that place. Get as close as you can, hear everything you can. It's not necessarily that they want poor care. They want people that have big ears. They want people that are listening in and seeing how other things are going. Anything terrifically nefarious. Now, just a lot of confusion. And confusion adds to chaos. I will tell you this. So there is some confusion about the utilization of some weaponry. They want to, I shouldn't say that. They want to add another tool into the toolkit, and there's reluctance to do that. It's a very effective tool, but there's reluctance to do it. Everybody wants to kind of stay with the old intel, the old way of doing things. Like I hate to say it's like a ray kind of thing, but I do think that there is a concentrated tool that they can use that's very similar to the larger scale item that they used in Venezuela, which was like a thought and processing disruptor. It's very interesting. That's kind of like a wave, like force field that goes out, and they do have something that is more targeted, and there is some discussion about using that. It's almost like a taserless taser. But it incapacitates from within. And I, you know, it sounds weird, but like I want to say it like makes your blood boil, but it kind of makes your blood boil, and makes you disoriented and confused for a bit of time. And I think that that's why people don't want to use it, because it is like a neurological weapon. So I think that's kind of interesting, those Secret Service changes. Hi, Ian. Good to see you. Whoa, I dropped all my cards. Ian got here and I threw all my cards all over the place. So, So, yeah. So is that going to change the Secret Service stuff? Yes, we're going to get a new head of the Secret Service. A correction. It's not Secret Service. Trump is going to bring in his own people. He's going to bring in his own people. And there's going to be a big fight about this, but I think he's going to pay for it himself, which is going to be very interesting when we get to the events of August, because in August, all of the astrology is showing that there's going to be some vulnerability of Trump, and some sorrow and some terrible things that are happening around him. I think that it's going to be someone in his family that is targeted in that month. Oh, guys, I got a 5 o'clock. All right, we got to wrap this up. Denise, I got to do your question because I got a 5 o'clock, guys. Remember what I said. Somebody just booked. There's pockets of time. There's short readings. Dora the Explorer. It's good to see you. I will do this again on Friday. Let me flip over to Denise's question. Or actually, Grace, was it staged? One card. No, I don't think it was. I think this is more of the same stuff. Denise Burnside with the biggest super chat of the week. Let's do a gong and some applause of you. Huge, huge, huge. So this is what we're going to do, boys and girls. I am dropping some cards. Remember what I said. If you want, you can book an instant reading with me tonight. I have 15-minute sessions and I also have half-hour sessions. So come on in. Everybody book your appointments. And I'll give you a little hint. You also get a $20 coupon off a full reading after your instant reading. So I'm taking $20 off a full hour if you get one of these. So you'll be able to book that yourself. Oh, my hair is all sweaty. Sorry, guys. Not a great hair day today. Today was not a hair wash day. So Denise had a question. Let me get to Denise's question. Was the visit with the president successful for the royal family and the UK government? I already read on that, Denise, and I said, yes, it was. So, the U.S. government thinks that it was successful. The U.S. people are like, what's the difference? Like, what are we doing? But let's see if it was successful for the royal family and the UK government. What does the royal family think in bigger scope? I don't think the royal family loves Donald Trump. I just don't think that they do. I think the Queen admired him. I think he was an incredible businessman. I don't think that King Charles really, really likes Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is quite bombastic. I think Camilla feels a little bit better about Donald Trump than the King does. I think the King is polite. I don't think that he dislikes him. I do think that William is less cordial. I think William is less cordial with Donald Trump. I think he is really going to look forward to the end of Donald Trump's term. So the royal family is like, thank God it's over. They just had that incident on Saturday night, and thank God our king is out of there. Gosh, do we have to send anybody back there anytime soon? So I think the royal family has a very, very different opinion of the visit. I did the royal family not want that visit to happen? Did they want? Yeah, they wanted to call it off. They wanted to call it off. and say, you know what, we'll just postpone this. We'll do this at another time. What was the factors there? King Charles said, we got to go repair this. I've got to be the guy. 6 of Cups there. We've got to repair the relationship. And, you know, it was a Kinsey Schofield had a security expert on, and love that Kinsey Schofield. And he said, you know, after an event like this is the safest place to go. You know, after there's some kind of significant event, best thing you can do is go there and hang out, because the security is going to be ultra tight. So, you know, certainly, I think the king was like, hey, you know, we got to go. We got to lock this up. Don't worry about it. So how does the UK government feel about this trip? As the UK government, we're looking more toward Keir Starmer and his people. Ian, are you splitting? Or is Twisted Tiara splitting? Who's splitting? Everybody's splitting. I know it's late for you guys over there. You guys, it is late night. UK government. So the UK government says, oh, this is great. This is great smokescreen for us. Like, it creates the illusion that we actually care. Everybody made some funny jokes, and, you know, it kind of fosters that good sense. Like, Charles the Third absolutely played his role to perfection. And I want to make sure that I say this. I don't think that King Charles was being insincere. I just think that he would like a better leader for the United States. I think he would like someone who was a bit more, I don't want to say like more like the senior Bush, for whatever it's worth, you know, but that kind of like professional politician. I think he was looking for that, not a Barack Obama, not a flashy Bill Clinton, you know, maybe a Kennedy. I mean, Kennedy was kind of flashy too, but you know, when it came down to it, he rolled his sleeves up and got work done. So here, I think what we're seeing is they said this is good because Charles shined everything up and made it a little nice. Strength in reverse, I do think that they are impatient with the royal family. And they did not want to create the illusion that we were all buddy again, that everything was hunky-dory and we're super happy together. So I think the government is going to continue to function with some heels dug in on the policies of the United States. So I think we're going to see that. So don't expect great changes from the UK government in terms of the US and Donald Trump and his administration. Probably Reagan. There you go. No, you're not. Nikolai, absolutely not in enemy territory. I'm a libertarian. I am right smack in the middle. So, you know, I take the presidents that I don't like. I take the presidents that I do like, and I just kind of keep on keeping on. So, Nikolai, don't worry about it. You're not in enemy territory. No one's an enemy here. Don't worry about it. So, some, you know, and Americans do love Trump. There's a lot of them that love him. There's a lot that hate him. I'm right in the middle. Wife of a grumpy old Marine. She is too. But listen, guys, I do have to wrap up this live because I did get somebody who booked at 5 after 5. So I am going to take that appointment. So listen, and it's great to be a libertarian. It's liberating to be a libertarian. It's fantastic. I want to thank Denise again for her joining super chat. Thank you so much, my friends. Go over, give her a sub, give Cindy a sub, Cindy at Dogwood Cottage. We're all great. Mods, thank you so much for being here. This was a successful live that we did. And what I'm thinking, I'm going to put a poll up in a couple of days, guys, maybe later today. I'm thinking I may do Mixtape Monday live in the morning for my friends over in the United Kingdom, and then open up for readings right after. Wednesday, right around this time, and we'll do the same thing. And then Fridays, I think I will do a later live and be open for readings after that. Tell me what you think. Let me know. I'm going to put the post up in a day or so. But if you haven't got enough of me, if you have questions that you did not want answered publicly, you can book these little mini sessions. So I've got 15-minute sessions for the rest of today, half-hour sessions. If you've got a little bit of a bigger question, you guys, I'd love to see something on my schedule. Pockets have filled in already. I'm going to be on the clock until 8:45 tonight. So go on over. But right now, I'm going to bid you farewell and thank you all very, very much for being here. I know I have been missing in action for some time, but I am filling my cup. I am filling my cup up and doing well and suffering with this terrible ear situation that I have. I can't hear anything out of my right ear, which is terrible because I'm deaf in my left ear. So can't hear a thing. Greg is sick of me saying what, but I'm going to jump out, guys. So thanks so, so much. I will see you in the future. Look for more lives. I'll see you in a bit.